my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be another top 10 list, but this time I'm going to be looking at the top 10 most expensive Bronze Age comics. So the Bronze Age was from the early 70s to the end of the 70s, so it's that decade of the 70s. And there's some pretty big issues in this time period, and this is the top 10 list. Now, I actually have most of this list, and there's one that's tied for number 10, so there's actually 11 books on the list. And the first, which is number 10 on the list, is XMen 94, which is sort of the first appearance of the team of the new X-Men, like Storm and all those characters, in the actual X-Men series. Now, they actually made their first appearance in Giant Size X-Men, but this comic is where they sort of made their sort of debut within the X-Men title. So it's like Nightcrawler, Storm, and all those. And this actually had a record sale of $14,000 for a very high graded one. This is a very low grade. You can see I paid $230 for it. So this is not that copy, obviously. But yeah, the record sale was for $14,000. Another one that had a record sale for $14,000 and ties for number 10 is House of Secrets number 3. Again, it was for a very high grade. And this is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. And it's just a very cool cover, Barry Weinstein. And Bernie Weinstein. And it's just or Wrightston. Why am I always mispronouncing their name? Wrightston. My son would be very upset. This is my son's favorite comic. Just a very cool House of Secrets 92. Very cool cover and comic. Now, in the number 9 spot is Iron Fist number 14. Now, this is again a low grade. Mine's got a big rip here. It's a low grade. I paid $50 for it. But if you got the high grade version of this, you would have paid $15,000. Now, the reason it was $15,000 is it was a rare variant version. So the normal version, if you can see here, is 30 cents. The variant there was a 35-cent variant. So that variant sold for $15,000 in a high grade. Now, the normal version, with the 30 cents, it had a record sale of $3,100. So much, there's a big difference. So it's only the variant that really makes the list, but this one is a cool comic still because it's Iron Fist number 14, the first appearance of Sabretooth. And it's cool that he's on the cover, and it's a nice little action shot with him fighting Iron Fist. The next on the list is Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, the 134, which is the first cameo appearance of Darkseid. Now, it had a record sale of $16,200, and again, for a high grade. Personally, I actually think that it shouldn't be worth this much, because the cameo of Darkseid is really, really minor. It's just his picture is in the background on the TV set that just shows him. That's it. That's the cameo. It's in one small instance within the comic. Really a minor cameo. So his true first appearance would be in Forever People. However, that comic just doesn't have the value that this one does. So, it's one of those weird things where the market has decided that this is the comic of the two to purchase. And as I said, the record sale was $16,200. So that makes it number 8 on the list. Number 7 on the list, and this one has been spiking for a long time, is Giant Size X-Men number 1. Now, this is the first appearance of a lot of major characters: Storm, Nightcrawler, Ilyana Rasputin, and who else? Uh, Colossus, Thunderbird. It's also the second appearance of Wolverine. So it's, pretty major in terms of the whole X-Men series. And it had a record sale of 22,500 in January of 2021. So this is a recent sale. So this book is really just spiking in the last few months. So it's been really going up. Really great one to pick up. The next one, number 6 on the list, is Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. This is the first appearance of Luke Cage, and it's I think the reason it sold for really high price, even more so than the Giant Size X-Men, because I don't think personally it's as iconic as Giant Size X-Men. But the reason it had such a high price was I think it was a CGC 10.0 that sold. So a really, really high grade for an old comic. And it sold for 25,800. So again, Hero for Hire, number 1. The next on the list, in the number 5 spot, is Star Wars number 1. Now, Star Wars number 1, again, it's one of those situations where it was the price variant. So this one is not the price variant. It's just the regular version. But the 35 cents, if you see 35 cents, seems like that's the magic number with these price variants. But the 35 price variant is the one that you want to find. And it sold for a record sale of $27,100. Now the normal version in a high grade goes for about $2,650. So it makes a big difference, about 10 times the price. The next on the list, in the number 4 spot, is Werewolf by Night, number 32. Now this is the first appearance of the Moon Knight, but this book has really, really gone up a lot in recent history. It's always been kind of an expensive book, but it's gone up a lot because there has been an announcement that they are going to make a Moon Knight TV series on Disney Plus. So this book is very hot. So it was also a high grade that sold, and it sold for a record price of $31,200, making it number 4 on the list. The number 3 on the list, I don't actually have. The number 3 on the list is Green Lantern 76. Now this is the first time that the Green Arrow joins with the Green Lantern. And let me just switch screens so you can see that. So yeah, so it's Green Lantern 76, and it's the first time that the Green Arrow joins with the Green Lantern. And it is sort of one of those books that's kind of seen as the transition between the Silver Age and the Bronze Age. It's kind of like one of those keys. It's more serious stories that kind of define the Bronze Age. Now this book is also a Neil Adams art. So Neil Adams is a very good artist, and he's very collected. So it's got a whole bunch of reasons why it is kind of a major book. And it had a record sale of $31,800 for a high grade. And the next on the list, back to me again. The next on the list is Marvel Spotlight number 5. And this is the first appearance of the Ghost Rider. Again, I think it was for CGC 10.0. So it sold for a record of $48,500. So that's a pretty major sale. And it makes it the number 2 most expensive comic of the Bronze Age. But it's just a very cool, iconic cover with Ghost Rider kind of almost looks like he's leaping out of hell or something like that. It's pretty awesome. And it's like, you know, just a really great comic altogether. And the last, number one, most expensive Bronze Age comic, and you probably already guessed it. Leave your comments below if you can guess this one, what it is before I show it. But the number one is the King, the Hulk 181, first appearance, questionably, of Wolverine. I actually believe his first appearance was in 180, but this is what is seen by the comic industry as being the first appearance of Wolverine, and it's at least the first cover appearance of Wolverine. So it's a major comic. It also had a record sale for 9.9 CGC of 150,000. Now, if you had a 9.8, it would sell for around 49,000. That was the record sale for CGC 9.8 of Hulk 181. So that has been the top 10 list of the most expensive Bronze Age comics. And please check out my other videos. I'm trying to do all the ages, like Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, and I will be doing the Copper and Modern Age comics top 10s later videos. So check out my other videos, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.